Okay, take your pictures, please. With Captain Dylan and co-captain Laura. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hang on tight because here the plant you see in the water right now is called the spatter dock plant. But not to be confused with the common lily. A lot of wildlife that live here in the Florida Everglades actually depend on these spatter dock plants. Anytime you see this plant in the water, you can know you are in water levels of 6 feet and under, because these plants only grow to be 6 foot tall. Walking on top of the vegetation right now, you are going to see a colorful bird. That bird right there is a purple gallinal. Alligators have lateral vision. Lateral vision means that they do not see in front of them, they cannot see behind them. Alligators can only see sideways out of their head. The largest alligator ever found here in the Florida Everglades on record was 15 feet long and almost 1,000 pounds.
I don't know what he's doing. Captain Dylan? As co-captain, I do not agree.
Oh, man! I told those guys to fill up our gas tank before we left.
He's so funny. He's so funny.
I said you will see 2 types of grass today, okay? Cattail grass, sawgrass. Now, again, most of the grass you're going to see around us today is cattail grass, okay? Cattail grass has 2 edges, one on each side. It's very soft. It's flat. You can rub it either way. Nothing will happen to you. Now, this piece of grass, on the other hand, is much different than cattail grass. This one is the sawgrass. But sawgrass has 3 edges. 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. If you rub sawgrass the wrong way, it will cut you. And I'm not talking about like a little paper cut. Sawgrass can cut you to the bone. Please be very careful when you handle this one, all right? Now, before I pass this around, let me show you. This is the bottom. This is the top. From the bottom to the top of sawgrass, you can rub it up, like this, with no problems, okay? Matter of fact, everybody, please watch. Just so everybody on board can see that it's okay. That is not only me. Would you mind rubbing the sawgrass up? Like this? Watch this, please. That's okay, right? All right, thank you, thank you. Look, if you are curious, like most people are, and you want to see what it feels like, I get it, okay? Listen, you can also tap the side very lightly like this, and you can feel the points on there, okay? Please watch. Just so everybody on board can see that that's okay. Would you mind just tapping the edge very lightly, please? Let's give it a little tap. Can you feel the points? Yeah. All right, thank you. Whatever you do, Just please do not rub right down on there, okay? Would you mind rubbing right down on there? Everybody be very careful, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys one more thing about cattail grass and we're going to get out of here. Everybody pretty much know what gauze is? Okay, check this out. If you take a piece of cattail grass, just like that first one I passed around, okay? I'm going to cut the two edges of the grass off. Real simple, like this. When you have both edges of this grass cut off, you can see now in the middle is white. Right? All right. That's going to become much clearer to you in just a moment why it looks like that. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with this side of the cattail grass right here, I can make you a bandage now.
Wow.
That will make a material that is very similar to gauze. Some plants have a hole in their leaf and some do not. When you see a plant that has a hole in the middle of the leaf, that tells you that there has been a worm or a caterpillar that has eaten its way inside the plant right in there. The worm or caterpillar will live inside here. That bird, they spend all day coming to these plants. The birds poke holes on the sides. The birds sit there and they look inside all the holes to see if there's anything moving or crawling inside there, okay? Now listen, I made a joke with you guys earlier. I said this is my first time on an airboat. No, really, ladies and gentlemen, I am the senior captain here, everybody. I am the head captain at Everglades Holiday Park. I've been working here for 8 years. I know some things that some of the other captains do not know. I'm going to share one of those with you right now. When I see a plant that has a hole in the leaf like this, the first thing I do, I check the sides to see if there's any hole from the birds. Before I pulled this plant out of the water, I was not aware that there is a hole right there. Can you see that? That tells you a bird has been here already. I'm going to check it anyways. Sometimes the birds come, poke a hole, look. If they don't see something, they go into another plant. What I like to do, right here, at the split of the two leaves, where the hole is, I'm going to put enough pressure between here. I'm going to pull this leaf to the right, I'm going to pull this leaf to the left. By putting enough pressure between the two leaves like this, split that plant right down the middle. Remember, I said if there is one in there, it can live anywhere inside. We're going to continue to go down the plant. To do that, you keep splitting it. You keep pulling it apart like this. Now, we know a bird already got to it. If a bird did not get to it already, you would see it living right inside here somewhere, okay? I'm gonna find you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, there are good parts of my job. There are bad parts of my job. Like any job. Driving airboats looking for alligators, snakes, and birds, that's the good part of my job. I love that part. When I come down here and I do survival tips, that becomes the bad part of my job. Let me show you why.
You don't.
I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna go slow so you guys can get a good picture. Please have your cameras ready. Well, hold on. Hold on. Before I do this, I don't want to be rude. I'm not that guy. My mom raised me to be a gentleman.
Don't share. No worries.
Would anybody like a piece?
Bon appetit.
Is Laura raising her hand right now, everybody?
No.
It looks like Laura's raising her hand.
No, she's not.
All right. Don't say I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Have your cameras ready. Here we go.
I believe in you, Dylan.
All right. All good things must come to an end. Hey, I'm sorry, folks, but this concludes our tour for today. Now I would like to be the first to welcome everybody back to Everglades Holiday Park. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. It has been my pleasure to show you around the Florida Everglades today, guys. And I hope everybody enjoyed their ride. I hope you guys got some good pictures, some better memories, and now you know some survival tips about the Everglades. And ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our co-captain, Laura! Thanks for being a great co-captain today, Laura. Safe travels back home, everybody. And thank you again for coming out today and viewing the one and only Florida Everglades.